This is Flora from Britcent.
And Cathy from Britcent. How are you today, Flora?
I'm okay, I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How has your week been?
Yeah, it's been good, thank you. Not much to add, just been working. How about you?
It's been all right, it's been quite nice. I was with a friend last week at their house working from there, so that was a nice little kind of mini break. But I'm back home now. Nice to be back in my normal office. But quite a quiet week overall, not that much going on.
Yeah, same here. The weather's been so terrible, there's not really much to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very wintry. So, Flora, it is coming up to Christmas. How do you feel about Christmas generally?
Well, I quite like the build-up, to be honest. I quite enjoy everyone having something to do, rushing around. I like all the shops and the lights and all this kind of like nice atmosphere. But in terms of the actual day of Christmas, I find it kind of boring. How about you?
I kind of agree with you. Like, the build-up, I always find just kind of goes straight over my head unless I'm like in a language school or in like a normal school teaching, and then everyone's kind of excited for like 3 weeks before. But as an adult, like the build-up is quite underwhelming because you still have to work till Christmas Eve, and like you go out to parties and it's lovely. But this year with COVID and everything, I think it's all just been a bit flatter.
Yeah, that's the thing with this year. It's just not the same. But how do you feel normally? Do you normally like Christmas?
I'm pretty, like, I don't really have an opinion either way. It's definitely not my favourite day of the year, but it's quite nice to have everyone in the family together. I usually find it goes on for a bit too long. Everyone gets a little bit too drunk. People say things that they might have been better off not saying.
That sounds very dramatic. I want to be at your house for Christmas.
But it's quite nice because in a normal year, my uncle comes over with his dog. He lives in France. And like the dog just takes all the attention. Like it's just like a child, and everyone dotes on it, and it kind of helps to diffuse some of the stuff going on between the adults.
Yeah. Do you know what? That actually reminds me. I kind of feel like Christmas lost its magic a little bit ever since I've become like an older teenager and adult, because I'm the youngest family member to date. So there are no little kids running around getting really excited. And it's just not the same without kids, you know?
Exactly. Everyone like tries to make the best of it, but it's definitely designed for children. And
Oh,
because
100%.
we're not really a religious family, well, like a couple of people are, but most of us are atheists. I think it's just kind of a bit lost on us.
An atheist's Christmas.
Yeah. But we always watch the Queen. My grandma loves watching the Queen's speech at 3 o'clock on the telly. So we're all kind of, that's imposed upon us.
My family, the TV show my family imposes upon us is EastEnders. We
my
cannot
goodness.
escape.
So is there always
special.
is there always a Christmas EastEnders episode?
Yes, there is. I don't know if there will this year. I don't know how they're going to do Christmas TV this year.
It will be weird. It's like at the start of lockdown in like April when they tried to like just film all of the normal shows but on Zoom. And it was just really uncomfortable and really awkward.
Yeah, or they started like churning out all the stuff that didn't make it. So, like, all the backlog of TV that wasn't really good enough. They were just like, right, well, it's good enough now.
Newsflash, it's not good enough now.
Yeah.
So do you have any nice Christmas traditions?
Well, actually, one we used to do, which we haven't done since I was little, was on Christmas Eve, we would make sausage rolls. So we would make it from scratch with the pastry and the like sausage filling. I don't even know now what that is. And we would bake them in the oven and make little patterns on top of them. So quite cute. And bake them in the oven and have them with baked beans. And then we would get in the car and drive around and look at all the Christmas decorations, like outside people's houses.
Do you know what? I think Christmas decorations might go a bit crazy this year because...
Yeah, we're all at home, aren't we?
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to go crazy this year. Why not?
Exactly. Spruce everything up a little bit.
Yeah, you may as well. And we'll have loads of spare cash from not being able to go out and do anything.
Exactly.
What about you? What are your fun Christmas traditions?
So again, we've kind of lost them since we were little because it's not so exciting. But we do all still have like a sock that we put in front of the fire, and then like Santa comes down the chimney and fills it up with presents. And then in the morning, we all come downstairs. I think the cutest part of that is that the dog gets one, and so like there's lots of really cute photos of him like snuffling around in the stocking.
What kind of dog is it?
A Jack Russell.
Oh, I love them. They're my favourite.
He's so cute. He's getting really old now though, and his like white fur's going all grey. It's very sweet.
That's so sweet.
What else do we do? Mince pies and sherry on the like table for Santa. So when he comes down, he can have a drink and a snack and give a carrot to his reindeer.
Oh my goodness, you still do that now?
I think we do. I think it's because there's normally like a complete mixture of people in my house from all over the world who just kind of happen to not have somewhere to go for Christmas. And so I think we really like ham up all of the slightly odd English traditions for them.
Yeah. I remember doing that when I was little, leaving out the carrot and the milk. We left out milk because Santa's driving, so he can't be drinking alcohol.
That's a very good point. Yeah.
Yeah, but something that I got into in recent years for Christmas was mince pies, because I never liked them before. And now I like them. Do you not like them? You'll get there, don't worry. I was the same once.
I don't like anything that's got raisins in it. Like, stop putting raisins in everything. Mince pies,
I don't know why are raisins
pudding.
Christmassy?
Like,
why are raisins Christmassy?
I don't know. Chocolate log is better than all of that.
So Yule log.
Because that's just chocolate cake in a log shape. I'm such a child.
With some like, what is it, icing sugar dusted on like snow.
Exactly. Yeah. And a little holly leaf in the top.
Yeah. What's your favourite Christmas food?
So Mini Eggs do a version of their Easter chocolate, which they call snowballs. That's up there. Do you mean real Christmas food? Parsnips, probably. And roast potatoes. Oh no, in loads of oil, like roasted to death. But what about you?
Oh, roast potatoes has got to be up there. In gravy. I mean, because I'm a vegetarian, Christmas dinner is not the most exciting thing in the world, because it often involves like a slightly strange nut roast from Waitrose, because no one's going to cook it. Maybe this year I should be an adult and actually cook something for myself for Christmas dinner. But apart from that, a Terry's chocolate orange.
Oh, yeah, that's a shout. Love a chocolate orange. Are they seasonal? Orange. Can you only get them at Christmas?
No, I think they are special Christmas food, because I think people used to get oranges in their stockings.
Oh, Christingle. Like, did you ever have that at school? When you'd have like a little service, and I think it's a Christian thing, where you'd get an orange with a candle in it, and then you'd get a cocktail sticks poking out of it with dolly mixture, the sweet.
No.
That's where it comes from. I assume.
They come from the same place. I think it was back in the day, getting an orange was like a really good present because fruit was really exotic and they had to import it. So you'd either get an orange in your stocking or you'd get a lump of coal if you'd been bad.
That's really funny.
So I think that's what a Terry's chocolate orange is just coming from that. So I think it is specifically Christmas.
Okay. So what is your favourite part of Christmas, Flora?
Ooh, my favourite part of Christmas, I think it has to be the decorations.
Oh, yeah.
I really love it because I think the build up to Christmas is my favourite bit of it, and part of that is just decorating the house.
Yeah. And it just cheers everything up in winter, doesn't it? Having fairy lights and the Christmas tree and tinsel.
Exactly, yeah. I love all of that kind of stuff. And I used to remember being so excited when I was in primary school and stuff, when like the big tree would go up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so every year me and my family get a Christmas tree, a real one because of the smell. And then we put on the same Christmas album, which is Step Into Christmas compilation with Elton John, and decorate the tree. and the house.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And we used to do the tackiest thing where we would stick all the Christmas cards we'd get with sticky tape to our door, to like the lounge door, and like up the staircase.
That's quite cute.
It is cute, but then like now the paint and stuff is all like
Just
gross because
destroyed your
like
house.
100%, yeah. There was not much like foresight in that, but yeah, no. As we were saying, like as the years have gone on, we can't do that because now we're all adults. We don't get any Christmas cards.
Yeah, that's
Because
a
when
tradition that's going to die out with our generation, isn't it?
Oh,
Christmas cards.
100%,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I remember in primary school, you'd get like hundreds, and
You
my mum would
just
not know
buy a
what to
pack
do
of
with
30
them.
from Poundland
And you
and
could
give
just
one
sit
to
there
each
writing
person.
them to
Happy
everyone.
Christmas. Love,
Yeah.
Cathy.
Yeah. I
Merry
remember
Christmas.
that. Oh my God, I remember spending ages on that when I was
Me
little.
too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely. I do wonder if people with small children still do that now.
I imagine so, because there is such
Yeah.
Christmas spirit in a primary school, isn't there? Like, everything is
Yeah.
Christmas themed for all of December.
Yeah. What about you? What's your favorite part of Christmas?
I think it's probably Christmas Eve drinks. Like, I think there's just something amazing about a night when there's not a single person except for like emergency services working the
Mm.
next day. And
Mm.
so like everyone is out, the mood is amazing, like the vibe's great. You run into people that you haven't seen for years because everyone's like doing the same thing with their different groups of friends.
Yeah.
And also it's like my hometown is just buzzing, so you don't have to like go anywhere fun. But
Yeah.
I can't imagine that's going to be a vibe this year. But that is
Absolutely
normally
not,
my
no.
favourite part of Christmas.
Yeah. Aw.
What about your least favourite part of Christmas, Flora?
I think the expectation for the day to be really exciting, because whilst I really enjoy the build up, which is really fun and everyone getting in the spirit, and even though the songs are annoying, it's still quite funny to hear them everywhere and all of that. When it comes to the actual day, I think people can get quite wrapped up in trying making it like the best day ever, when in reality it is a little bit boring. All you're going to be doing is having a meal, watching some telly, because there's nothing to do because nothing is open. It's like
Yeah.
lockdown, but
A
for one
little
day and
bit.
festive.
But I think like this comes back to whether you're doing a religious Christmas or not, because religious
True.
families will go to church in the morning and then have their celebration lunch, and then it will all be very religious. Whereas I think if you don't have that, then you're left with like kind of not a lot.
Yeah, you're at a bit of a loss if you're not a
Definitely.
particularly religious family.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there's nothing to punctuate the day. Whereas I suppose, like you say, if you're a Christian family, then you've got like the whole big ceremony and stuff, and like the prayers the night before, and I'm sure then it's definitely way more meaningful. But yeah, for
Exactly.
my secular little family, we're not up to much. What about you? What's your least favorite part of Christmas?
I think it has to be the Christmas music. Like, it's quite nice when it first starts, but I used to work retail, which meant for like 12 hours a day in our busiest period when it was just sweaty and hot and disgusting, and it was just constant like awful customers. Like
Yeah.
all stressed about Christmas, wanting all the stuff done immediately for them. And like while that's all happening, you've got like jingle bells playing out over the speakers on repeat every 15 minutes. I think it just kind of gives me nightmares whenever I hear Christmas songs about that kind of period of my life.
Fair enough. Yeah. I think I've only worked in retail over Christmas in a supermarket, and I don't think it's as stressful. Because whilst people are getting their food and it is all a bit mad, like I quite enjoyed it because it made the time go quicker. Because I was just sitting on the till and I worked at
Okay.
Waitrose, and I just loved watching all the expensive alcohol and food going through the till. I was like, oh, yes. Yes, honey, you're going to have
You're
a
going to have
great
a great
time.
Christmas.
I was like, I wish I was coming to
Yeah.
your house. Like, I quite enjoyed like looking at all the stuff. But yeah, I know what you mean about the music. I wish it would change, but it never
Yeah, it would
will.
be good if there was a bit of like variation.
Yeah, but all the modern Christmas songs, oh my goodness, they're rubbish.
Tragic.
Like, why can't someone do a good one? Since Mariah,
Yeah, I think that's the only one where I'm like, yes, what a banger. The rest I'm like,
trash.
trash.
Absolute trash.
What is your vocab for this week, Flora?
So my Christmassy vocab for this week is it's the thought that counts.
What does that mean?
So it's the thought that counts means that it's the kindness behind an act or especially a present at Christmas time is what matters and not kind of the quality of it in and of itself.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically if you get a present and it's a little bit rubbish, it's the thought that matters, that they've gone out and got this present for you.
Yeah. The time and the love and the care that goes into that rather than the sort of 5th body wash you've been given in a row.
Yeah, exactly. What about you? What's your Christmassy vocab?
Mine is White Christmas.
Ah, what does that mean?
So a white Christmas is when it snows at Christmas time, which is like everyone loves the idea of it, but in the UK it hardly ever happens.
Yeah, it always snows like weirdly in April for some reason. For some reason. That reason is global warming.
And you can use it sort of say, oh, I really hope it's a white Christmas, or wouldn't a white Christmas be lovely?
Mm-hmm. Nice. All right, that is everything for today's Christmas edition of our podcast.
So happy Christmas, Flora. I hope you have a lovely holiday season.
Oh, thank you. Yes, Merry Christmas, Cathy.
And happy holidays to all of our lovely listeners.
Yes, happy holidays, everyone.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.